What up, everybody? It's your boy DTLF back with another episode of Around the League. And you guys know who we got right here to my right. We got Mees the GM checking in on the ones and twos. What's up, brother?
Left, man. With my bros. How y'all been, man?
Pretty good, man. Good. Glad to have you guys on back. And of course, Empire Jeff, man, is his Empire. Y'all know the line, man. Drop it in the chat. How you doing, bro?
I'm great, man. No complaints, man. It's a fun time to be alive as a Los Angeles sports fan, man. I'm loving. Let me get an early. Hold on,
it's an early time. You gotta get it one time, man.
Los Angeles sports fan, man. So yes, I'm great, sir. Man. I'm great, man. Excited to see the Around the League chat back in today. We've been, been a little break, so it's time to get back at it, man. It's a fly ass shirt, by the way, Dan. Fly ass shirt.
Oh, thank you, man. You already know, man.
Where can I get one of those, man? I need something like that, man.
Go grab
it. Say that again. Where?
Shop4kings.com. By the way, talking about that, man. Y'all really want to see a fly ass shirt? I got y'all, fam. Before
what you got?
Man. Listen, it's the city of champs. You know what it is, man. You see what the Dodgers are doing. We got this one, and we got the Shohei Ohtani.
Showtime.
There it is. And then we got one more for them, but we're gonna wait till later on in the show to show them the last one. But how's everybody in the chat doing, man? I see my guy Search getting ready to destroy the trolls. He's ready. He's locked and loaded. I see Maurice up in here. Maurice said, "What up, brother?" Jeff and Dan. I love the team, but I can't. Darvin Johnson.
Wait. I forgot. Maurice hit me in the comments. He was talking about Jive Turkey, Darvin, bro. We got to. Listen. Maurice be having me rolling, man.
You got to learn. We're gonna get into Darvin in a little bit, but let's talk about another clown in the league, man. Let's talk about Draymond Green. Oops, he did it again, fam. And this time he was punching Nurkic in the head a couple of nights ago when the Warriors faced off against the Suns. Now, he has now been suspended indefinitely. And I want to get you guys' thoughts before I go in. And let's start with my guy, Empire Jeff.
Talk to him.
Man. So you know what it was back in the day when you had one of your boys and you had like a cookout or something to go to, right? A kickback to go to, and it's like, I don't want to bring this dude, man. I don't want to bring this dude. I'm with my friends. My friends are not going to be my friends anymore because of this friend. You know what I mean? And Draymond's like that dude. You can't bring him nowhere. You just can't bring him nowhere, man. He's that dog that's untrained. You know what I mean? You don't bring him up. Like he's just like, come on, man. Like, what are you doing? You can't even defend him anymore. First, I was like, okay, he's got an edge. He's like the defenseman out there defending his guys. He's the toughness of that team. He's filling his role. But the Nurkic stuff was just out of pocket, man. The Nurkic stuff was out of pocket. The Rudy thing, I like it started with the Sabonis stuff. Even at that point, I was like, Sabonis did a lot to bring that on. He was doing a lot of stupid stuff too. Then even the Gobert stuff, like I was like, that was building, and I still didn't like it. But this was just this was uncalled for, man. The pool thing actually kind of, I myself wanted to punch Jordan Poole, so I get why he did. But I mean, at this point, like at some point, you have to. When does he snap and go after a fan or a broadcaster? Like at some point, he's unstable. So like at some point, like what if he tries? You saw that one dude got back in the NBA, that kickboxer dude. Like what if he tries that on someone on that dude's team, and that dude just goes full Karate Kid on his ass? Like at some point, I found it very interesting that they suspended him indefinitely. This is like that parent that had the kid taken away, and he's got to go through social workers and multiple court meetings. He's got to prove that he can do this and do this and do this before he can go back and play. And I can't remember the last time that we've seen suspensions. I know the jaw thing, obviously, but he's gonna have to go through a program. It looks like, right? They're gonna make him, and it's like. At what point and he just signed a new deal. So at one point, are his teammates like, what are we supposed to do with this?
It's really frustrating to see. And by the way, you got a super chat here, Jeff, on your channel. Go ahead.
My fault.
You good? Just making sure.
Why am I not seeing it here? There we go. Little Chris Johnson. Hey, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the super chat. Hammond is new 3-guard lineup. Yeah, we definitely we're gonna talk about Ham. It's around the league. We're gonna try to talk around the NBA today, but we will get to Lakers. But appreciate the super chat. Thank you for your support. And just so you guys know, Dan, we are on a countdown until Dan gets his monetization back, and we're gonna throw a party up in here when he gets it back. We're gonna have a super chatathon up in here when Dan gets his monetization back. All right, so
man, December 26th is the golden date. Appreciate you, little Chris Johnson, for showing my guy Jeff support. Mees, I gotta get your opinion on this whole Draymond Green. Now you're absolutely right, Jeff. Draymond is out of pocket. You would think somebody gets older and gets more mature, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, he's going backwards, man. Is this the new Benjamin Button means? Talk to me, bro. What's going on?
Hey, no, you may be all right on that, man. I heard an announcer. I'm not sure if it was one of the ESPN dude. I can't remember who, but they said they actually got rid of KD and kept Draymond, and now it's just looking that much more like, come on, man, did we make the right move, man? I remember back in the day we had Dennis Rodman, and he was, similar to that crazy on the court, but he always produced. But Phil Jackson knew how to keep, a rein on him. At this moment, when they taking L's and L's, and you're doing that, now we got to look at, come on, man. It's different if we winning, we top 4 seed, and you doing that. It's just going to add a little background noise. But now you're seriously hurting the team. We're losing with, I think they're in the 10th or 11th spot. So now I think all eyes are going to be on him, man. It's not worth it anymore, man. Like Jeff said, that move you pulled, man, that we can't even play it off. You know how he did the swing and try to continue it through? Like that's not a basketball move.
That
like
ain't
some
nothing,
middle
school shit, That's like
oh, bad, bro.
Like somebody hates somebody and they're just taking it out on them, bro. That's crazy.
For real. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if this generation has it in to do it, but old school generation, we would have had one of them 13th dudes off the bench. They gonna crack your boy one time if he get out of pocket one more time. That last dude on the bench, coach gonna be like, hey.
Haslam.
Yes, indeed. One of them has him. Just go in there one good time. Like, put your hands on my man again, bro. And it's gonna be a problem. Like, somebody gonna have to check it.
I think we could officially label Draymond Green as a dirty player. Like, that's it. Like, everything leading up to this was like, okay, maybe it was a coincidence that he kicked, this man in the balls. Maybe it was a coincidence that, okay, coincidences do happen. Some dudes are very uncoordinated, right? I've had friends that are super uncoordinated. And I've worked with co-workers that are so uncoordinated, they get fired on the spot, bro. But Draymond Green is not uncoordinated. He's calculated, man. And Draymond is a 30 player. I think, come on, last year jumping off of people's stomachs and shit. And now this year he's knocking people out after knocking his teammate out last season. Come on, somebody. Now, talking about knocking out his teammate, I got to segue into this question, all right? Because I had mentioned that Draymond knocking out Jordan Poole last season and dividing that locker room last season would be the end of the Warriors. But is this the latest incident? Is this the final nail in the coffin for the Golden State Warrior era? And I got to start with my guy, Mees, bro. How you feel? Is this in wraps? Because, look, Clay's struggling. All right, insiders are saying he was punching the air because he got benched for the first time in his career in the fourth quarter yesterday, and they lost, by the way. You see what Draymond's doing, Mr. Backpack. He better pack his bags if he continues this, because I can see a scenario where they actually, I'm not going to go that far because I don't want to wish nobody losing their job, but I can see a scenario when they end up buying them out or something. He continues these antics. I'm just saying it's bad for the locker room. As crucial as he has been for that roster, is bad. Do you think it's the wrap for the Warriors, or are they going to retool somehow?
I think a little bit of both. I think it's a wrap for that dominant era of Golden State Warrior basketball, and I think you can give us credit for putting the curtains on that. In the playoffs last year, I think we just destroyed that dynasty. Now, I do think they have a retooling in where they can be competitive in the West, and it's going to start with Draymond, and it may start before we know it. I think they're really going to look long and hard like, all right, man, this has been it. We're going to have to make that move right now. And I'm going to leave it to Jeff to work out the cap situation, but I don't know why I just thought before we started, a potential, don't know how the numbers work, but they need some size. Can Draymond move over there for like a Miles Turner? Some type of situation where they get a big in there and kind of retool what we know as the Warriors and keep them competitive. I think it happened.
So, okay. Wow. Okay. So, Jeff, how you feeling, man? Do you feel like it's curtain for this team? Like, there's no way they can retool against Curry, or do you think there's got to be a way? When you got a player's talent that is Curry still playing high-level basketball, you got to find a way to either flip either Clay or Draymond or both and get, the right pieces around. How you feeling?
I think as this roster is constructed, the run is over. I believe we ended it last year. We said it when it happened. We just said it again right now. I'm going to echo it again. I will say this. The more I look at their team, at their books, at what they have, what they can do, the team has options. So as far as Draymond with the buyout, God, that would be a really drastic move. He's owed. They signed a 4-year, $100 million. So he's not taking probably anything less than like $75 million a buyout. So I doubt they're paying him $75 million to go away. But there are some contracts out there that you can look at and think and start going like, right? When you start looking at teams that got, is when you want to think of a bad deal for a bad deal, right? And the Warriors have two moves they can make where they keep Clay and they keep Steph. One that replaces Draymond and one that replaces Chris Paul. And both of these could actually improve their team.
Wow.
So Draymond for Ben Simmons, defense for defense. Okay.
Yeah.
Chris Paul and picks, and probably a Kuminga for Zach LaVine.
Ooh,
and that whole team,
like that one.
And that whole team is reshaped. And before you know it, they're a playoff threat. I'm not saying contender. You still got Looney as your big, right? You still got some things you can do. So keep an eye on them because they're still a very smart franchise. They are a very smart franchise. See, where Clay played himself, and I said this on one of my streams, I said that Clay's being selfish because if you think about it, I think Clay is a big problem this season because, see, Clay's acting like Draymond didn't go through this last season. Draymond had to go into free agency and then get a deal, right? So he didn't get his extension, which he wanted, but he went into free agency. He opted out. He got a 4-year deal. There's no saying that Clay isn't going to get that, but they didn't offer Draymond any money. They offered Clay a 2-year, $48 million, and he turned it down.
Right.
So I'm like, these guys already gave you max money and you didn't play for 2 years. I mean, what you're going to automatically forget about that? So when it comes down to that, they offered him money. He turned it down. I think they will still offer him money, but he's not going to get a max. He's not a max player anymore. They already paid you on what you've done on your last deal. When they extended you after you tore your ACL and then came back and tore your Achilles, right? You got paid for what you did in the past. On
you got overpaid. Yep, you got overpaid.
Yeah, that's what that was the legacy deal. We gave you for what you gave us, okay? And they got another ring out of it. Let's not forget that too, right? So now they don't need to do that deal anymore to anyone but Steph, and they did it with Steph, right? So now 2 years, you turned down $48 million, Clay. Your pride let you turn that down, and that's why you're upset. That's why he's mad. He's mad at himself because he's not playing great. He's not going to probably get an offer bigger than that anywhere else, so he has no leverage. But keep an eye on that Chris Paul contract and keep an eye on that Draymond contract for a contract around the league that teams are not in love with as well. So I think I don't believe he is untradeable because, like I said, if you have a team that has to pay money for something that they don't want, maybe they mix it up and they try to do something. But I look at that and I see a way where the Warriors can improve this year. And the more I think about Zach LaVine, I think that's the perfect spot for him. Like, because everywhere else he goes, I don't see the impact for him. I don't.
Right.
Golden State, I do.
Well, you know, that's a great take, Jeff. I absolutely loved the Zach LaVine trade idea because like Zach doesn't really fit in a lot of places. That's one place where you need some rejuvenation. You need a scoring punch, an efficient scoring punch, unlike Clay and Dre and Wiggins. Well, here's my take on the Warriors. All right, I thought their run was over the moment Draymond Green punched Jordan Poole, and I'll tell you why. First and foremost, because Jordan Poole was a promising young player coming up under the Warriors' veil. Now, he's not an efficient player by any means. I'm not a fan of Jordan Poole. I'm not saying he's a good player. I'm not saying he's a great player. None of that. But he was actually supposed to be the second coming, the way they were raving about him. And as soon as that punch went through, the locker room split. And not just the players, but the front office split. This is why I think you see my guy Bob Myers end up, just not re-opting into a contract or whatever the situation might be. Because I believe that there was some conflict within that organization because they had to decide between Draymond or the team. And I think that's where they fucked up because they went with Draymond, bro. Because they went with Draymond because they said, you know what? Curry loves him. Clay loves him. All right, let's give those guys whatever they want. And they held on to Draymond. I actually think they're 2 years too late. They should have traded Draymond when he had maximum trade value, when he was known as a pesky defender, when his reputation was that of the backbone of the Golden State Warriors, the main piece, the heart and soul. That's when they had to trade him after these antics. There was even rumors that the coach was getting sick of his antics. The coach. And this happened after the Kevin Durant situation, right? After the whole ordeal where Draymond said, we don't need you. Bruh, that was the moment where y'all had to get rid of this clown. Because I'm a fan of Draymond on the court, like without the antics, like his play style in his prime. He's falling off, fam. He's no longer that same player, right? That player they had when they had Iguodala, Sean Livingston, that was him in his prime. The player they had even when they had Kevin Durant, that was still him in his prime. He hasn't been the same player. Clay is just an ego. He's a walking, talking ego who needs to get boosted based off of his past. Dude, we get it. You won championships. That is not a lifetime achievement award that now everybody's going to bow down to you even when you suck ass. And right now, Klay Thompson is absolutely stinking it up, man. I can smell this shit all the way over here. No, bro, with that contract he had, he messed up when he turned down the 2-year deal, right? Jeff talked about that. So that was his mess up. But the Warriors really, really messed up when they chose Draymond Green over Kevin Durant. Who does that, ladies and gentlemen? Who does that? Listen, I don't like Kevin Durant as a person, but I love Kevin Durant as a player. And I'll tell you, if Kevin Durant comes to me and says, you got to pick between me and Draymond Green, deuces. And you know what? If you got a problem with that, Curry, then you won't have a problem with the rings you're about to stack up. You know what I'm saying? Because they're really truly building a dynasty with KD and Curry, even though the world hated them. The world hated them the way the world's gonna hate the Dodgers for what we're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'll let that. But the world hated those Warriors, and they should have embraced that villain role. I think Kevin Durant let that pressure get to him. He left, and his career hasn't been the same since. Right now, he looks like a one-trick pony who went there, won 2 championships that looked like half of one, and he can't do it anymore. Right? So now that I got all that off my chest, I say all that to say that the Warriors should blow it up. Okay, they really should. And that includes Curry, in my opinion. If you can get maximum value for him right fucking now, I do it, because you're not going to win another championship in Golden State with him. You're not. All right, just look at the contract situations. Nobody's looking to help you out. Nobody feels sorry for Curry because nobody felt sorry for LeBron when they was building the super team and destroying them in the finals, right? So that's my take, man. And I know, my bad, my apologies. I talked a little too much, but I'll tell you.
I do it all the time. You're good,
bro. I can't stand Golden State, and I'm happy to see their downfall. And I'm happy the Lakers punched them out of the second round of the playoff, to make that downfall even worse. So,
and when I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember the fan base being this intolerable during their early dining when they were winning. It's like they got a taste of winning and thought that you won every year and thought that you win every year. Now they don't know how to act when they lose. I feel like they are way more obnoxious while they're losing. I never felt they were over the top when they won. Maybe I'm wrong. I just never saw this side of them.
They're entitled. That's what it is.
The hate for us, the hate for the Lakers. I never saw it before. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of weird. I've never seen this version of this fan base that we've seen the last couple of years. And I think it's since they won the one against the Celtics. They got that chip, and I think they felt the league was theirs again, and they learned real quick that it wasn't. And they're not dealing well with it. And we fucking love it, actually. So, but it's just it's just weird, and they're done. They're done, and it's fine to blow it up. The one thing people got to realize, and I know we're spending a lot of time on the Warriors, but they're a fascinating franchise. For the last over 10 years of our league, and it's coming towards the end. It is to be like, obviously, I'm not comparing them theoretically to the Bulls, but when the Bulls were at their end, it was very entertaining too. You know what I mean? Because it was starting to get a little bit ugly there, right? So, my thing when it comes down to it, I think people have to realize a couple of things. It's Mike Dunleavy Jr. there now. It's not Bob Myers. This isn't the guy that won championships with them. It's not the guy who gave them all that money the last time. It's not that guy anymore. He has to build his future. He has his legacy to build now. So things are going to start getting interesting real fast up there, and it's already starting. And now with him out, they're going to continue to lose. And like I said, I can see a major trade coming their way soon.
Wow. I can't wait, man. If we get this major trade before the trade deadline, the NBA is just going to get more fired up, man, because it's already been entertaining. By the way, we saw Victor Where Your Mama at yesterday, and he dropped a 30-point, 5 blocks, double-double. And I'm sitting there thinking, this kid is going to be scary in 2 to 3 years, man. When they put the right pieces around him, my goodness. What you guys see from yesterday, man? Anybody can go, either one.
Go ahead, Beast. Go ahead.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you my thing on him when this season started was his size and can he bang against grown men. He showed that I'm not really worried about that. He knows how to use his size around size and not necessarily have to back somebody down. He can just pull up between the legs from 3, splash. He's not worried about none of that. He knows how to move. He's fluid. He got an IQ for the game, man. I think it's only beginning, man. I was definitely impressed to get a full game sample outside of highlights of how this kid is. So no, I'm impressed, bro. I'm impressed. It's going down.
I was mildly impressed, and the fact that he did it against AD was even more impressive because AD is the real DPOY, man. He's the real one. Jeff, how'd you feel about the Iron Giant, man?
He's going to be a problem. He already started to become one. What I loved about it was, so AD went out there and basically ate his lunch early in the game, right? And was just destroying him. And what I liked about it is I think the only knock on him, and I don't know if this is a knock. I think this is good to a point, but I think he needs to scale it back some. I love the way remember I told you in his first game, I loved it was his first game, national TV, and he didn't come out there and try to do too much, and he didn't try to exclude his teammates. I loved that from him. Remember I said that? Like, I loved that from him. So he wasn't like, this is my night, get out the way. But now we're about a quarter into the season, roughly, right? I believe the first half of that game, I would like to see him be a little bit more aggressive now, maybe a little bit more selfish, because it's going to be his team. It's going to be his. And when it clicked in that fourth quarter, and he had that, okay, it's my time. This is my team now. And he lit it up in the fourth. And imagine if we see that all game. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Granted, the Lakers were playing not to lose, not to win. You know what I mean? And they take their foot off the gas and this and that. But he stepped back. He hit 2 threes. He had an and one. He had some putbacks. He's going to be a problem. And like what me said, he has a way offensively to get around bigger bigs. He had some trouble guarding AD early in that game. He started to figure some things out. But as he fills in a little bit, as his body matures and his game matures and his mind matures, that boy is going to be a problem. And it's funny how we say, if we can just get AD that bruiser, when he gets a bruiser, like it's going to be like, when you get they're going to need someone to do that dirty work for him. And then when you get someone like that, then he's theoretically, I don't know if people are going to be mad at him. He's more KD-ish. You get what I mean? Like the really lengthy guy that prefers around the perimeter, right? So he's like more KD than AD, or like, any like the massive bigs are going to play in the paint and just dominate you. So he's more KD than Yao, I guess is my analogy, right? But but because he's going to be able to, and he's a guy who works on his game, he's going to put in a lot of work. He's going to put in the time. Look, we can hate the Spurs all we want, but he's with an organization that knows how to develop those guys when they get them. And I like some of the guys they got with them, man. Like I like some of those young players they got over there. And they're having a horrible season this year. They're going to get more lottery picks. And then,
I think they're tanking, bro. I think they're tanking, honestly. Yeah.
And guys are going to line up to play with him eventually.
Yeah. And you know what? Like I said, right now he looks like Bambi, right? He's built like Bambi. Y'all see when AD ran his ass over and dunked on him? That was dope.
Man.
Then what was impressive is, and this reminded me of Bynum versus Shaq. When Bynum was really skinny and first in the league.
The young pup, man.
Dunked on AD. And I was as a basketball fan, I clapped, because I was like, yo, this fucking kid has heart, and I was like, okay, he's gonna be a problem. Give him 2 to 3 years, and then, because the Spurs, they have a system, they have a plan. They don't just do shit. They don't just lose to lose. They're tanking, right? And right now they're tanking, and they're letting Vic learn what it takes to win. I think in the same process, like saying, look, you could be good as hell, but if you don't play within the system, and if your teammates don't follow you and your leadership, you're gonna lose, right? So I actually think it's genius what Popovich is doing. Give him a heavy dosage of play however the fuck you guys want this season. Next year, you guys are gonna bow down to me, because this is not the way to win, right? And at the same time, they're gonna get tanked for another pick, and this is another solid draft, at least top heavy, right? So, oh man, that Wembanyama kid, I'm a fan of his right now. I'm sure I'm gonna hate him in 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, but it's gonna be, you're gonna hate him out of respect, though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it is. And like the thing, my nightmare scenario is, as an NBA fan, man, this is gonna be dope to see, but I'm gonna hate it if it happens. I'm starting to really believe that that Anthony Edwards is gonna end up there with them at some point.
Wow, that was
and they would complement each other so much. It just makes too much sense. By the time he gets near free agency or is eligible to be traded, Wemby will be who he is then. And the more I think about it, the more I think it makes sense. And good God, if that happens. You know what I mean?
Listen, that's what Jeff said. They would compliment each other so much you would think they was flirting, dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
a couple of years they might be. So because I think guys I think it's gonna become a destination. They're a well-run franchise. They take care of their stars. And I think guys are going to try to either force their way there or look to sign there. And the Spurs are very good at managing their cap. They got one of the best front office guys in the league, and RC Buford, and Pop does this thing over there. They got an owner who will spend when he needs to. So it's going to be interesting. It's gonna we may in the near future get back to that Lakers Spurs rivalry again for a good set of years, man.
Man, days, man.
That White Walker Popovich over there still alive, bro. He doesn't work.
He is a White Walker. He is a White Walker, man.
Crazy, bro. Well, talking about White Walkers, man. Giannis was marching over to the opposition's locker room last night because apparently the Pacers refused to give Giannis the game ball. He dropped the career high and a team high 64 points. Now, they refused to give him the game ball. Multiple reports stating that Giannis felt like they gave him the duplicate fake ball, and supposedly coach was saying they were trying to give their own rookie the game ball because it was the first point he scored. Now, who was in the wrong here, guys? And again, anybody can take it away. Who was right? Who was wrong? This seemed childish. It reminded me of me in elementary school fighting over the better basketball.
I'll tell you this: the only people wrong in this situation were people who didn't find that shit funny. Because it was double petty. They were both eating that petty spaghetti over there, man. Because they were sitting there, and they was over there like they even made the pettiest Laker fan pretty proud when he shout out to Petty, man. When he did because it was just funny when you were seeing it, like they were so angry. Like, it wasn't like a word. Okay, I'm gonna catch you. It was like veins popping out and dudes running back to the bowels of the locker room and like
never seen anything like it. To be
press
honest.
conferences talking Giannis with we don't no smoke. Like it was just like, bro. Like, and at the end of the day, it was so stupid. Like it was so stupid.
Right.
I love this little rivalry that's built in there. I love it. Like I do love it because they're gonna face each other. I think Indies beat them 2 out of 3 games already this year. 2-1 against them this year, and they play twice in like the next 2 to 3 weeks. So it's gonna be fun to watch. Must see TV. But those dudes are comedy, bro. That was comedy.
Means, how was you feeling about that whole little the little sprint Giannis took to the back and then oh man, it's crazy. Bobby Portis looking like a Simpson and shit, man.
Hey, you see Bobby, my man Bobby. Hey, Bobby, like them eyes on you. It's rap, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I walked into the room. My son was watching it. I just walked in midstream. I didn't know what was going on with Giannis. I thought a Draymond moment had happened. When he stormed into the locker room, I'm like, okay, somebody about to get their ass whooped. Then when you find out it was over the game ball, that's when you had to pause. Like, hold on, man. If I'm commissioned, man, you need a 1-game suspension just for that, bro. You almost had a Palace brawl over a game ball, and you storming the locker room, man. You know we didn't have all these overly texts and all that because of incidents like that. You can't be running and storming no locker room on national TV over a game. Send one of the youngins over there, somebody over there to go beat somebody up and get the ball back, man. You can't do that just for the optics alone. I won't be surprised if the league's like, we need to give you at least 1 game just for a chin check, man. Come on,
just
you
for
can't
being
do that.
stupid. Just for being stupid.
I never thought I'd see Giannis, stoop down to such low levels. I thought it was hilarious because he really wanted it. Obviously, he dropped 64. So I get it, like wanted it, but it's like, bro, looked like somebody was talking about.
My grandmama gave me that ball.
Yeah, my grandmama gave it, man. He gonna cry in the car.
Give me back.
But, this season is the gift that keeps on giving because there's been so many other. We had and all in one season. The Rudy Gobert choke out by Draymond Green. We had the Rudy Gobert spin, Street Fighter move on what's his name, Nurkic, and now we got Giannis storming. The opposition locker room for a basketball. What's it gonna be next? I can't wait to see what's next, man. But
someone turned on. If someone who never watched basketball in the last couple of weeks, they were like, "What the heck? What are you watching?"
It's in the water, man.
It's like, what is going on with these dudes, man? And this guy's made about $400 million. What to hit people? It's just crazy, man. What's up, Eric? Man, what's up, man? That's comedy, bro.
It's been fun. Now, do want to pivot a little bit here on the Lakers, man, because we all witnessed that the Lakers won the in-season tournament for the first time in history, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Gotta
hit it one time. Yes, sir.
Now, apparently, there's a lot of people that have problems with us hanging the banner, fam. What is your guys' opinion of that banner hanging in the rafters? By the way, I'm gonna be there at that game. What is your guys' opinion?
See, man, I've tried to do a show on this like twice and just didn't. Something kept coming up, so I've got a lot of thoughts on this. I'll try to keep it short. So my thing is, a couple of things to keep in perspective here. One, there is a competition committee, and this was pre-decided. People need to understand that and accept that. This wasn't just the Lakers deciding to do it. The league, from the get-go of this whole thing, with the in-season tournament was to take it serious. They changed player participation rules. They did a bunch of stuff to make this tournament matter. And whoever won this for the competition committee, they were going to be heavily, it was going to be heavily insinuated that you hang a banner for it. It just so happened the Lakers won it. Okay. So the Lakers won it. They announced they're doing it, but they made it absolutely clear it's not going to be treated like a regular banner. It's going to be a different color. Now, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Any other team won it, they would have done it. Yeah. Any other team won it. Everyone's always got something to say about winning. And it's always the motherfuckers that ain't doing the winning. You know what I mean? So it's at the end of the day, like if the Lakers wanted to hang it, if they wanted to hang it where the banners, if they wanted to hang it over the Clippers locker room, if they wanted to hang it wherever they want on the free, wherever they wanted to put it, it's up to them. They did it. They did it. So you're trying to take away the bubble. You're trying to take away the in-season tournament, all because your team wasn't good enough to get either. So you want to sit here, and at the end of the day, it really comes to two fan bases who have one championship between them over the last 36 years. The Celtics and the Clippers fan bases are the really driving force behind all this. But at the end of the day, the Lakers should hang it because you know what? I don't know about you guys. You guys saw me when I came out. I was lit when I came up here on Dan's stream, man. That damn thing felt like a finals game. I know it wasn't, and I know it wasn't, and I know we were not playing for a Larry O'Brien trophy. But to have that much excitement in a regular season game in the middle of December, that is a win for the league, and that should be celebrated. I had fireworks in my neighborhood when the Lakers won that thing. You know what I mean? It was exciting. Yep. So, yes, I love the fact that they're hanging it. They should hang it because you know what? Laker Nation was involved. They showed up. They supported. They showed out. Bron and AD played their asses off. The rest of the team played out like – so, yes, they should absolutely celebrate that. The league put the champagne in the locker room. The league put that there, right? Yeah. Whoever team, if the Pacers went into that locker room, champagne was just going to be moved to their locker room. You get what I'm saying? This was orchestrated and choreographed. So people need to stop with the hate and just stop appreciating the fact that we are the greatest fucking franchise in the world. And we don't care what people say. Hey, we're going to do what the fuck we want, all right?
Mic drop. Mic drop.
Come on, man. Talk to him. Hit it one time.
There we go.
Yes. You could have said it better, bro. You took all the words from my mind. And you just
man, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Like let us live once. Like the Laker hate is just ridiculous, man. It's one thing you say, no, I just don't like you, but just say that. It's cool. But make up all these stupid. Oh, sorry, because I told you I wanted to do a whole show of this. I was built.
Yeah.
What's starting to drive me nuts, and I hate that I had to say this, but I feel he would hate it too. The Kobe would never crowd. Kobe couldn't stand you, motherfuckers. I can tell you that right now. The Kobe would never, like, you would drive him nuts because stop pretending that you're him because you're not. You know, at the end of the day, the Lakers won something. He would have went for blood in this tournament. Trust me. All right. So
he was going all out in preseason, guys.
Yeah. So for all the Kobe would never Kobe would have loved to have won this, and he would have been out there with a big ass smile on his face with it because he did something that no one else in the league could have done, and he beat them to get there.
And let me add something to what you just said. People, what's so hard to understand about the Lakers winning 3 straight Game 7s in order to get this trophy? That's 3 straight fucking Game 7s, fam. And on top of that, it's like equal opportunity for everybody. All right. If people say, well, we weren't trying, well, that's a you problem. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. My team tried and they went all out, and all we do is win. Now, another thing to add to that, I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you go, Mees, but I gotta get this off.
We're passionate about this, man. Like,
another thing we gotta add to that is the fact that the Lakers have championships. If we were the fucking Clippers and we ain't never win shit, then you make fun of us because, we're hanging a midseason banner. We win. All we do is win. So guess what? How about you worry about flipping pancakes? We'll keep flipping chips, man. That's what we do, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Go ahead, Mees. Add to it, bro. Add the cherry on top. Close us out with that.
It's hard to even put into what you guys said. Y'all sold it up, man. I mean, what you said right there, bro. If we didn't have anything and they'd be like, why are you hanging that banner? It's like, no, we got the other ones too. So it's just a cherry on top of the ice cream, man. It's a trip that it's a lot of the Laker fans that's complaining about the thing as if this was our idea. Do they know the disrespect that would have been to the league for us not to put up the banner and show this thing as serious as it is? They're trying it out to change the game and hopefully have it implemented for years to come. And if we just brush it off like it's not that big deal, we don't need the banner, and we're the prestige franchise, that's a bad look to the league. So yes, we have to hang that banner, man. I don't see the issue with it, man. Let it hang and let it cover up the Clippers Pacific Division, whatever they got going on, cover their locker up. So they got to bust through our banner just so they can enter the court, man. I'm a fan of that, man. But stop crying about it, man.
They're running out of selfies over there in Clipperland, man.
For real, man.
The Clippers, I'm sorry, the Lakers, if the Lakers denied the league's request and acted like this didn't matter, they would have looked like the Joker. And how's that working out for them? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, good point. Oh, good point.
So I'm trying to tell you, like the league made it clear. I'm telling you, I talked to enough people on this. I'm 100% confident in saying it. The competition committee made this. Like I said, it wasn't like you have to, but it was the word I was told. That's what I was thinking about. What did they say? Heavily insinuated that it needs to be celebrated and displayed. Heavily insinuated. That's that. You know, that warning to like you know, I'm not saying you have to, but you know what I mean? So like I said, I mean, like people need to just let it go. And like I said, Joker tried to act like that championship didn't matter, tried to act like he didn't want to be at the parade, and he basically like embarrassed the league with that. You know what I mean? Sure. And so you can't have the team that wins this do that same type of activity. You know what I mean? Can't do it. Class organizations don't do that.
And to add to your point, what you said about the Joker, we talked about this summer, and we said Joker's going to regret making a mockery out of the NBA because they're not going to get us back the same way. And who's not the top seed in the West anymore? And who's getting kicked out of games all of a sudden? You know what I'm saying? Like, he was the golden boy for the NBA. They loved his little turtle shell style of basketball. You know what I'm saying? It was cute little Ninja Turtle head ass. And then he decided to make a mockery and like, I do not care for championships. I rather milk goat. And listen, at the end of the day, that's what you like to do. Keep it to yourself. We don't want to hear that bullshit.
Never gets old.
Like, we fans just want to see competitive basketball and passionate players win. Some people work their whole life for this, and for him to just brush it under the table because the NBA decided to give him so many foul calls, they could get away with offensive fouls and still draw calls. You ain't getting those no more, Joker. You became the joke. And I can't wait to see the playoffs. I think they're going to be a first or second round exit just based off of that because he really is the offense. If he doesn't have it going and the NBA is not giving him the little ticky-tacks he gets away with all season long last year, good luck. Good luck. Especially you got new rising teams in the West.
And what was I saying since the day the finals ended then? What did I say? Let's see how they play as the hunted as opposed to the hunters, right?
Yep.
And let's see how Mike Malone coaches as the hunted and not as the hunter. And it's a whole different world when everyone circles you on the calendar. Look, the Lakers play 82 playoff games a year, yo. They do. And now Denver's facing that pressure, and not every team is built for that. They're just not. They're just not.
Yeah, and you're right about the 82 games thing because we just had Dante Exum actually live up to the scouting report. Remember when Dante Exum first got drafted? They said he was the next Kobe Bryant for one game. You know what I'm saying? He went 7 for 9 from beyond the arc. I can't believe
he is. The funny, you know, the worst part. I was in the I was out and about that night, so I had it on the radio, and then when I was where I was at, it was on TV, but I couldn't hear the sound. But the radio, when I was listening to on the way. The funniest part of it is Michael Thompson. I love Michael Thompson. Him and John Ireland are great on the radio. But he kept just harping away about how this guy can't shoot and why he wasn't in the league for a while. He can't. Oh, let him shoot. It's just fine. It's just fine. Let him shoot. Let him shoot. And eventually he's like, don't listen to anything I'm saying. Like, I think he can hear me and I'm making him mad. I'm like, he just lit us up. That'll never happen again probably, but it did to us. And that's what when players get on that court and they see the purple and gold, they see the flashing lights, they see the cameras, they see the buzz in the arena, right? And they just have these out-of-body experiences that they never, ever have. And then they play the Clippers the next night and go like for 1 for 13.
So annoying. I hate that, bro, because it's like keep that same energy for the Clippers, though. They're the ones that suck, man. They're the ones you should be destroying. But yeah, you're right, bro. And it's really annoying. It's been like that every year for the Lakers since I can remember. So I remember Bonzi Wells destroying us. Bonzi Wells looked like
Bonzi, man.
Bonzi Wells looking like a meatball head ass out here, you know, dropping 30 40 on us.
For real.
We didn't have Matt Barnes drop a career high on us. We didn't have Kalina Azubuike. You know
that's
the most random names you could think of.
Real.
Come into Staples Center or either in their house on the road, and they would just drop a new career high, and that drives me mad, bro. Mad because I think this is always a pregame key for me is watch out for the no-name players, especially when other players are missing via injury or suspension or anything. Watch out for those no-name players. The PTSD with that shit, man. All right.
It always happens, man. Always happens.
We got to talk about Mr. Ice in his veins, man, because right now he's just looking like ice. He's just cold from beyond, like from the field lately. All right. D'Angelo Russell has been struggling lately, and he hasn't been as consistent offensively or defensively. Most notably, Austin Reeves has finished games over him as of late. The real question, throw some logs in the fire. Do you guys predict that D'Lo will be with the Lakers past the trade deadline? That's the question I want to ask.
Ooh, wee.
Go ahead, Mies. Go ahead.
That's a tough one, and I think it kind of brings a broader issue, man. I honestly I don't know. I've been a defender of D'Lo, man, but these performances back to back, I still stand by. He's still not being used correctly, as is a lot of our players. Which brought me not to segue, it's the same topic, but outside of our superstars, who on our roster is thriving as far as meeting their expectation or above? Rui Hayes will be a double machine on anybody else's roster. He's being used as a stretch four. Rui is having a terrible year. He's terrible this year, but we know he beat averaging 18 to 20 on another roster. We got to address the real what's going on. D'Lo's not being used how he's supposed to be used. We've seen that him and Austin Reeves are not a good backcourt. So why are they still on the floor together in these small lineups, man? And that connects to, the dude hitting his threes, man. The threes was wide open. Like we're not being used right. So because of that, we're going to lose D'Lo, and we know he's going to go average 20 something somewhere else, and then we're going to be mad that we lost him. I do. With all that said, I can still see us moving him, but I'm not a fan of moving nobody when the culprit that's not using the pieces right is still in position. You know what I mean? So I don't want to lose nobody that's going to go be a star somewhere when they should be a star right here under the right circumstance.
Okay, that's a good take. Jeff, my bad. Jeff.
Well, so here's the thing. I love everything Mies said, but the problem is the situation and the roster and the role makes a lot of difference to how a player is playing like a star for us or someone else. So if D'Lo goes somewhere else and he's the team's starting point guard and able to play like a point guard, he's going to play better. That's just a fact. Non-Laker D'Lo is better than Laker D'Lo because he has more opportunity. On this team, if you really do think about it and you really look at the numbers when everyone is labeling him as struggling right now, it's the best stretch of Braun and AD and Reeves of the season. Okay. So with that being said, there isn't a lot of room for D'Lo to eat right now. There's not. His assists are up, which I love. His turnovers, while are not through the roof, they're always at the wrong time. You know what I mean? So the biggest thing that I think solves the D'Lo problem is having Gabe Vincent available, because you got the pressure of a guy who can come in and play there, right? And over his shoulder, and then and then you can kind of decide which one of those guys you want to flip if that's the case. But I don't really. I want to see what this team looks like when they have a point guard rotation of those two, and see what it's from there. Because if D'Lo's not playing great, then at the end of the game, you have someone like Vincent you can put in there. And then D'Lo's mishaps are not elevated as much because he's not in there to make that key turnover. You get what I'm saying? And like the Ruiz, like the Princes, these guys, these guys are you need them in the playoffs though. Like you need Rui. He's one more postseason from being labeled playoff Rui. Like he really is, because he played great in his first playoff appearance in Washington. He played great last year in the playoffs. So if he has another kind of like casual pedestrian year this year, but then does what he did in last year's playoffs again, then you've got a winner and come playoff time, right? So you've got to figure that out. And Taurean Prince, his value on switches on defense with these wings are just impressive. So anything he gives you offensively is icing on the cake. But the thing is, that we need a guy that can thrive in no matter role he's in, like an Austin Reeves. We don't like, you know what I mean? Like whether Austin's on the bench, off the bench, it doesn't matter. His game is the same, right? We don't know what D'Lo's like on the bench. We're scared to put him there, right? So he's kind of got to be out there. So I'm to the point now where I think he gets traded. I'm not exactly sure for who, because his contract range is so immense. Like he could be traded for damn near 2/3 of the league. We could do a deal with D'Lo's contract. So,
but don't you think that makes it more likely he gets traded because there'll be more options?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm leaning towards he's going to be traded. The way he's playing So D'Lo is not necessarily D'Lo can be benched and not play for 3 weeks, and teams will want to trade for him. I just want to be very clear about that. Like some people are like, well, no one will want to trade for him. They will trade for him today. He's available to be traded tomorrow. Teams will be calling the Lakers tomorrow for D'Angelo Russell. I promise you this, because his contract, because you know why? Because they want to be able to trade for him and maybe potentially flip him again at the trade deadline. So teams would love to get that D'Lo money, because you guys are going to get so tired of me saying this, but it's about 18 million, north or south 7.5 plus 250K. So the range of the type of player you could get for someone like D'Lo is crazy. So his contract was structured that way for a reason. They signed the Lakers have D'Lo's contract. I don't think they look at it having D'Lo the player. So so everything, if you look about what Rob does, everything is in advance. It's down the line. It's a plan, right? And so D'Lo also waived his ability to block a trade on a 1+1. He blocked that. He removed that, which is a new layer of the CBA this year. So he can get moved for like someone like a Valanciunas, for someone whose money is less than him by about $7 million, or someone as high as like Mike Conley's salary. So the range is crazy. So that makes it real tough to guess. So the question I pose to you guys real quick, since we're talking about will he get traded, the name that I keep circling back to, and I said this on my show last night. Would you guys be open to Bruce Brown for D'Lo?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, and let me tell you why. And I was going to get to why I do believe D'Lo will get traded, because there's an emergence, kind of like a resurgence of a young player named Max Christie, and he's going to need some minutes, right? And then if Gabe Vincent comes in and fills his role properly, now you got some players you can rotate into that position. So as much as I like D'Lo, and I like him very much as we drafted him, so I'm always going to have that emotional attachment to him, but I'm going to be realistic. I do believe D'Lo gets traded at the deadline for many of the reasons you guys just mentioned, including you, Jeff, with the whole contract situation. But two, I think Max Christie's starting to impress. I really do. He's impressing the shit out of me. His defensive rotations are much better. He makes mistakes and he makes up for it. He started to knock down the shot efficiently, and he knows how to play his role. He doesn't force anything, which is what a coach's dream. A coach loves a young player that plays his role and doesn't try to do too much outside of it, because then that's how you start messing up. That's how you get those late game turnovers. That's how you get, the bad situations where all of a sudden you got to bring him off the court, because if not, LeBron's going to be looking at you sideways. So Max Christie is the real reason I believe D'Lo might get traded. And the fact that it's positionless basketball, you really don't need a point guard anymore, because D'Lo's not even playing the point guard position. He's just a spot up shooter at this point. You could put Reeves in that slot. You could put Max Christie in that slot. You could put Taurean Prince in that slot and bring in Rui and start him with a bigger lineup. Like, there's so many options they can do, right? So, and I agree with Mies when he said Rui's been misutilized, because I think Rui is a spark plug type player. You put him in the starting lineup with AD and LeBron, he's going to get a lot of open shots, a lot of open lanes, and he's just going to get off the snide a lot quicker. Whereas you bring him off the bench, you got a bunch of players that are trying to get their numbers up, like Austin, whoever else is there, and it's going to be harder for him to carve out his role, because now everybody's playing ISO ball and doing their thing, right? So I do believe, I like the names you've mentioned, Jeff, before for D'Angelo Russell. I do believe D'Lo gets traded. I don't know for what either. But it's going to be very intriguing to see what type of package we get in return. Because Rob,
man, Rob, yeah,
Rob over there,
perfect contract. Like that is one of the most masterful contracts for when you're looking to make a move, and that's why I'm saying he's going to be traded, is because that deal was signed to trade. Like, it's just too perfect. It's too perfect. Like, it lines up. 2/3 of the league, the average money is tradable for D'Lo's money. So the reason I'm saying real quick, there's I would love like a Karis LeVert, potentially a Colin Sexton, but I keep going back to the Bruce Brown thing, because I saw someone in the chat say, why would the Pacers do that? I'm going to tell you why. The Pacers have had their eye on a Lakers pick for years, and the Lakers have continuously turned it down. So the old saying, you're not going to give me what I want, I'm going to go get something you want and then make you want it from me. All right. So the thing is Bruce Brown, Indiana, the way a contract, that's why I talk about the D'Lo contract. The way a contract is structured is so telling. Okay. So the D'Lo deal, the second I saw that number, I was like, oh, Rob is a G, bro. This is because I knew exactly the north-south of that deal immediately. Especially when we saw that it was a 1+1, and he waived the no trade on a 1+1. When I saw that, I was like, I know what this is, right? So The second part of it, on the flip side of that, Bruce Brown's deal is a 1+1, right? It's a 1+1 on a team option. Okay. They got him. So Bruce Brown was this close to becoming a Laker. It was this close. It was just about done, right? And then basically it was like, I'm going to sign with you guys unless someone comes with an offer that blows it away. Indy tried to get him for about 15, 16. He said, I'm not going to pass up the Lakers deal for $3 million more. You got to blow this deal out the water. So they come in, they trade Duarte, they free up the space, they offer him 22. He takes it, right? But they only gave him a 1-year guarantee. So my thing is, D'Lo, unprotected first, and you can probably get Bruce Brown. So, and the Lakers really, guys, look, he was their number one target in free agency. I promise you this. They went hard after him, and they almost had him. Indy wants a pick from the Lakers. They've wanted it for Turner. They've wanted it for Buddy, and the Lakers have not bitten on it. So they went out and got the guy that the Lakers were going hard after to sign. So when you line all that up, it adds some smoke, there's fire thing. I'm not promising it, but I think there would definitely be a conversation there. And I would do that deal.
You know what I think? I think the Lakers are going to pick up the phone and call the Utah Jazz back up again. Because I would love to have me some Jordan Clarkson over here, man. Bring JT back over here as somebody who could play off ball, could also play on ball, and it's very shifty, man. I don't know. You be trading polar opposite players, right? One's attribute, main skill is to shoot, the other one is to slash. So one is speed and athleticism, the other one is just craftiness. So
we need a bucket getter. We need a bucket getter out there. We need another bucket getter. So. But just keep your eye on those things because there's a natural conversation between the Lakers and the Pelicans that almost has to forcefully happen because the Pelicans have the ability to either take the Lakers 24 pick or the 25th pick. Mm-hmm. I believe the Pelicans are like, we don't want 24. We want to see if something happens in 25.
Yeah.
So let me, if you already know that you don't want this year's pick in your mind, if you already know you don't want it, you're going to wait till next year. You want me to at least think that you want this year's pick. Hey, look. We'll hold on to it for another year, but give us something to make it official now. You know what I'm saying? Give us something to make it official now. They do that, and they're a natural trade partner now, right? So that's where Valanciunas comes into play. So
I'd love to have him. I'd love that.
That's what I'm saying. So when people say why, people always, when I throw out the trade things, they say why. I'm like, this is why. You know what I mean? There's a natural conversation to be had there because the Pelicans do not want the 24 pick. They want the 25 pick. Why not get something from the Lakers to make it official now instead of waiting past the draft? You know what I'm saying?
Give me Valanciunas on this team. He's going to do the dirty work while AD can just focus on offense and weak side defense. My goodness. All right. Yo, check this out. So talking about the Golden State Warriors downfall. All right. The Golden State Warriors are making a change. Andrew Wiggins to the bench. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Brandon Podimsky, and Jonathan Kuminga with Kevon Looney start tonight versus the Clippers. So they're still catering to Klay, and they, odd man out for now is going to be Andrew Wiggins. That team is coming apart slowly but surely. If they don't start winning, I think you're going to see some ugly faces happening over there. Yeah. If what happens, that trade deadline is going to fire up, ladies and gentlemen. So
it's going to fire up? Chris, the graphic dog, could be doing a lot of jersey swaps. so I'm telling you, because it's about to be liquidation up in there, man.
Real.
Chris, he's watching around the league from his wife's
Chris in the building
party. What's up, man?
Don't get caught, Chris. Don't get caught.
Real low, man.
His wife is like, I'm so sick of those guys, man. I'm so sick of those guys.
Like, get that back of the head pop.
Chris in a restaurant like this, like
nah, Chris, every time someone passes by, Chris is like, Court Kings, bitch. Court Kings. Someone's wearing another like logo tee. Chris is like,
Say the Mexican DMX instead of barking, you say Court Kings.
Oh, man.
So yeah, it's crazy, right? A lot of stuff going on around the NBA, around the league. So make sure y'all tap in and stay tuned because we got y'all covered from end to end. Listen, we can start doing more shows, fam, because we've been off for the holidays. All right, family first, always. But we got y'all, man. This new year, we're gonna kick it off with some banger episodes. I cannot wait. More guests and more and more. And as you can see, even our guy Chris was busy tonight. All right. Give you guys a couple of fun questions here, man, to round it out.
Oh,
right?
God, that's fun question. It means uncomfortable question. So here we go. Here we go.
Easy, man. Nothing crazy here, all right? But what size shoes y'all wear? No, what is something that everybody looks stupid doing? All right, just trivial here. Trivial. I'll start it off. I hate that little stupid dance when they do their arms like this and they do like, I don't know, some weird shit like
the
backpack
this one?
Yeah,
man. Come on, man. These ain't dance moves. Come on, man.
I didn't see people win competitions at the Laker game doing that dance. Bro. I instantly took out my air gun and just
Hey, no, man, because I'm from a different area, man. We had to actually physically move our body to dance, man. This ain't it, bro. This ain't it, man.
Oh man, looks stupid doing, man.
Anything you just hate to see. Like, that's mine. That was an easy one.
Wearing a Clippers jersey looks pretty fucking stupid to me. But outside of that, yeah,
like hold on one time for yourself.
Hold on. Looking stupid. That's a good one. That is actually something I look at pretty stupid to me. I don't know. I got to think on this for a second, man. Means go ahead. Let me think on this for a second.
I
said that one jokingly. But I do want to think of one. Let me think about this.
I'm not sure because that's a tough. I mean, I can think some of these pranks I see online, man. Some of these pranks do have cats looking stupid because somebody and it's coming. It's a countdown coming, man. We gonna end up talking about it. Somebody's gonna get their lights turned off on one of these pranks.
Yeah.
Somebody, it's coming, bro.
You seen dude with the dog? You seen dude with the dog? Was it Shadow or whatever it is? Where he goes up and he acts like the dog's gonna attack them, and like he's walking around New York and he's like Shadow no, and he just goes like, wild out. The people lose.
But that was funny, dog. That was pretty funny. Are we dropping the drinks and shit? Oh man,
I saw a cat up, going up the opposite escalators. Literally put his hand through Shorty's hair next to her dude. Was like, how you doing? Up in her hair, bro, on the opposite escalator, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
That's crazy.
Out of pocket, bro. Out of pocket.
I see stuff like that when they touch their arms and stuff like that.
Yeah, especially dude to dude.
Yeah,
you have me rolling, man.
You know, people like. I think like when people like you ever been out and seen like an actual TikToker, like not like someone just like a regular person that's just like filming himself, but an actual TikToker like out there, the shit that they do. So I've seen it in multiple places, and you don't know what they're doing at the time, so it looks stupid as hell, right? What they're doing, and then sometimes we're like, "Oh, he's a TikTok. He got like 4 million followers. Okay, that makes sense now." But when you see it, the stuff they're doing, like this looks dumb as hell, right? So we're at the where were we? We were at not the Grove. What's the little one? The one in Glendale. Damn it, I can't remember, but it's like a smaller version of the Grove, right? And we're out there, and I'm sitting there, and I'm with my wife and my puppy from hell, and we're over there, we're walking around, and these people just start coming around doing all these dances, and they're just like filming themselves, and I'm just like,
bro,
and like, and it's like you're walking, and they bump into you, they're not even like, bro, don't get if you got 3 million views, don't get slapped in front of 3 million people,
for real.
Because first of all, you step on my dog, my wife's gonna kill you. First of all, you've never seen them? They look crazy doing it, bro. Like
I seen it through the lens of my brother. Like he was on a hot air balloon, and hopefully you don't get mad at me for telling this story. But he was in a hot air balloon with his wife for their anniversary. They went out, and he was showing me the video, right? So in front of him he sees two people wearing pink. This was when the Barbie movie first came out, and you can see them point you can see them point the phone at each other. Hi, Barbie. Bye, Barbie. And they jump off, bro. They parachute it down. But I'm like, that's so cringe, bro. I'm like, I'm sorry you had to go through that on your anniversary. Fam.
Oh, man.
You see, like I'm telling you, that when you see them, it is the weirdest thing because you don't realize, because I don't know who any of these people are. And apparently, like some of them are like a big deal, right? Like, but I don't have TikTok. Like I have all the other ones. That one, everyone I know who has it is addicted, so I refuse to get it. Right? Like everyone I know is a straight robot when they have it. Right?
I've never even been on that shit.
I haven't either. And there's a reason because everyone I know that has it, they're just fucking done. And it's like, but when you see the people doing it in public, it is the wildest shit, bro. Because it looks so awkward. I'm like, you look dumb as fuck. I hope you're making money. I'm glad you are. I'm not here to knock your hustle. But it just looks so uncomfortable, bro. Like it's just like I don't want to be around this.
That's a good one. That's a good one. TikTokers, man. TikTokers cringe. All right. So, all right. I got another one for y'all, man. What is the creepiest thing you could say to someone you just met? And I'll kick it off. I'll kick it off because I used to have a homie that used to say this. This was his pickup line. Where you stay at?
Where
and
you
I would look at bro, be like, nah, bro, that's not the business. That's not the one. You know, and then girls are always looking at her like, why? Like, what the fuck?
Like, bro, so it's a pickup lines are like the first one. So I have a dude, like I have one of my boys. No matter what you tell him, he's gonna botch it, right? So like he wanted to kiss this chick. He's been you could tell they was already vibing each other from across the room. You could see it immediately, right? And he was like, and she kept licking her lips, like being like the female LL. So my boy tells him, my boy tells her, bro, this is a layup. Just go over there and say you want to taste those lips yourself, right? Like whatever it is, right? So my boy gives him this advice. He goes over to walks over to her and he says, I want to taste your face. And I'm like, you know what? This dude never took an L. She was like, okay. I was like, what the like, but I'm just like, we're like, no. And she's just like, and gives him the cheek. And I was just like, bro,
wow.
That was one of the worst. There's some stuff I can't stand. He's botched some like bad stuff, like horrible. Like, but that one, like, it was such a layup. It was so obvious what to say, and he just completely botched it.
It's always funny when you got that friend, man, that cringe ball friend that doesn't know.
Bro, I've got so many of them. I don't know why. Like, why aren't you normal? Like, we all got those friends that if we met them today, we would not be friends, but because we've known them forever and we've almost like inherited them, right? And it's like we're the only thing that brings any type of normalcy to their lives. So it's like we can't just cut them off because they're damn near family. But it's just like, bro, come on.
You just want to smack them upside the head though. When that moment happens, you just want
to. Yeah. The dudes are always on the married guy's couch because they just can't figure this shit, right? It's just like, bro, this is crazy. But like, we would gotta tell them we would never be friends if we met today. Like, never.
Man, I give my friends advice all the time. They would never take it, bro. And they would fall.
Bro, I need to get some of my boys on.
How is that the first line that comes out of your mouth? Where you stay at? Like, bro.
Yeah. I've heard people do that though. That's a lingo though. You know where you stay at? Like that is one though. But yeah, that is crazy though.
I can see if the conversation's already going back and forth.
No.
The very first line might be where you stay at, bro.
The way you delivered it too, where you stay at.
That's my homeboy. I got a homeboy. He taught me this. I never had the cojones to try it. He said you say the most foul thing to the chick, whether it's a public venue, but you always have your earbud in your ear. So depending on her reaction, I'm sorry, I'm on the phone. Excuse me. And he would do this all the time. So he would walk up, whether it's a bar or whatever, and he would walk up and be like, "What that mouth do?" And depending on her answer, if she was like, "What the heck you?" Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on the thing, and if she would feel all embarrassed, but if she responded accordingly, he would go and he would do this, and this mess would work. I never understood it.
That's gold.
Never had the balls.
I can see that working.
Myself.
I can see that working.
He would pull it off, bro. He said, depending on her reaction. I'm sorry, I'm on the phone.
You gotta be on some clownery shit right there, man.
For real.
That's hilarious, bro. That's I'm so like this is God bless y'all who are single in this era. This is not the era to be single in, bro. This is not the era to be single in, man. Like it's just
from what I see, people pick each other mostly up online. That's what I've seen, right?
And then they meet, and they don't know how to talk.
Yeah,
like it's just
yeah, because I feel like in our time, there was second nature to us. We just go up to a girl, walk her to her class or whatever, and then get the digits. It was super easy, right? But now,
while your boys was in the back, like
yeah, my boys would literally be like, oh, go get that girl's number. They didn't believe it, and I would go get it, and they'd be like shocked, jaw dropped, and everything. But now it's like nobody really picks up, bro. It's like nobody got game like that. I was actually giving a kid a round of applause. One time, me and my girl were driving home from Walmart, and I see a kid actually writing down a girl's digits on a piece of paper. I'm like, what?
Old school.
No more, bro. I was like, you must have good parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, you must know, because nowadays it's like, let me get your TikTok or your.
That's a kid who don't got internet at home. So that's what.
Yeah, you gotta learn it. It's better to learn it, in the front lines than behind the keyboard. Man.
That's right. That's right.
But it's crazy, right? This is so many stories, man. We could get into, man. Just funny shit. All right, let's see. What sport do you still find silly and have trouble understanding why others enjoy it? All right, I'm gonna start this one off. All right, I don't find it silly, but I can't watch it at all, and that's golf. I can't watch it. Maybe play it, cool, but I just can't watch golf. I can't. Personally, me. That's just me. I don't find it silly. I'm not here to insult nobody who loves it. I'm just saying I can't watch it like on TV. I can't. Phil Nicholson, when they had Tiger Woods and all of that. And I remember watching SportsCenter. As soon as golf came on, click, taking that shit off. I'm sorry.
I've never played golf. I can't watch it. I'm the same way. Like,
I don't consider golf a sport personally, but I know it is. But I just don't consider it. Like, I need to see some sweat, bruh. And not from the sun and you wearing a hat either. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I need to see some real like workup, What about you?
We tripled up on that. And if I throw another one in, the new slap competitions, I'm a little I don't know. I mean, how do you train for that? I don't get it, man.
Hey, Serge, you tell me, bro, because he said, how dare you detail? He's like, I love watching go.
How dare you?
Explain it to me, my brother. I'm
not sure there's a sport that Serge doesn't watch. You bring up a sport, you could talk about like cricket, you could talk about lacrosse, you could talk about badminton, and Serge is going to be like, oh, do you know so-and-so? Do you know so-and-so? Like, he knows his shit, man.
That's dope, though. I mean, that's dope. But yeah, personally, me, I can't do golf, man. I'd rather watch Top Shot golf than.
Hey, I got a weird fun fact about your boy that most folks won't know, and this follows in this category. A sport that I did randomly, because when you get your magazines, your community, and it has all the events going on, I literally opened up and just spun it around. It's like I want to do something different and just spun the globe. I ended up doing underwater hockey, bro.
Oh,
I don't know if you ever heard of underwater hockey.
No,
I've never heard it. I just randomly was like, bloop, I want to try that.
How does that even work?
So if you look it up on YouTube, it's a dope sport. It's just hard to watch because all the action is underwater. So now they're trying to get cameras going. So you literally, it's a mix between regular hockey. It's like 5-on-5. You swim on the bottom of the pool with a puck and a hockey stick, and the goal's on the bottom of the pool.
But how you breathe?
I mean,
they got like the gas
you got to go up to get your air, but you hold your breath and go down to get into the action.
Imagine checking the dude and breaking his snorkel. What the heck is going
to? It's crazy. It's the most strenuous
water
lung building, and I ended up being a master at it. I don't know how. I didn't know it existed the day before. I was like, $10. Let me try it out, and this shit was off the hook, man.
I'm gonna look it up. Underwater
hockey. That's crazy, bro.
I can't even think straight now. Like,
no, it's crazy. You literally got to go to the bottom of the pool and then pass to your teammates, and it's a goal at the end. Go up, catch your breath, go back down, and get into the action. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Oh my God.
No. Don't get me wrong, bro. I'm not calling nobody weird.
Yeah. It's just like,
yeah. There's a personal question about what I can't.
5-star athlete, baby. 5-star athlete.
Man, that threw me off, bro. Like for me, like, y'all ever seen fly fishing? I don't know what the hell people are doing with that. Like, I don't know. I look at it, oh God, my puppy's a terrorist. I don't know what that is, like, at all. But it looks silly when you see people doing it.
My man Me's playing Navy SEAL games with that one. I'm in. With my sneakers.
Thanks, bro.
Oh man! Shout out to Low, man. Shout out to Brother Low.
There's some cool sports. Like, I seen one on Twitter the other day where it's kind of like table tennis, but with a soccer ball, and they they bounce it twice.
Oh, yeah, I seen it for the first time.
Bro, that's
crazy. That's crazy.
Sports that I'm like, I'd like to see more of that. That looks like fun.
Dudes go get their faces cracked with that. Like, man, people losing teeth with soccer balls. Like, on a
bro. These were two females, and they had crazy body control and just overall. It was nuts to see, right? Like, but shout out to Brazil because they got a lot of like ball control over there with the sports and stuff. That's gonna wrap it up for us, fam. Another fun episode of Around the League, man. Always a blast with these guys. My co-host, man, EP Jeff and Mees, the GM. And make sure you guys go subscribe to these guys, man. Shout your guys' platforms out, man. It's been a while since we've been doing this. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mees. Go ahead.
I'll let Mees go first.
Me's the GM. You know where I'm at, man. I got some more content coming, man. Your boy been working on some other things, but Me's the GM is back, man. We about to start doing some old school videos. And matter of fact, I don't even want to throw it out there. Just tune in to Me's the GM, man. You know where the boy is, man. Salute to Dan, man. Once again, appreciate you for allowing your boy to come in here with the people, man. Love you, bro. My man Jeff, you already know what it is. Brawl anybody about you boys, man. You already know, man. Y'all know where I'm at.
Appreciate it. Hey, definitely go check out Me's. Always a good time, man. Rocking with Me's. Y'all know what it is. And here it is. It's Search, man. Search.
There you go. Search is on it.
Search be on it, man. Salute to you, Search.
People don't know that the N in search and destroy is search engine destroy. So
anybody get out of line.
They still got like 4 computers. Like,
yeah. He's NSA, CIA, all rolled into one, man. He's with it, man. He's with it.
He's awesome, man. Appreciate you, Search.
Anybody
all right,
got a problem with Search? Let me know.
No.
Ooh, I like that. All right, yo, Jeff, your turn, bro. I know you got some stuff rolling up your sleeve.
Oh yeah, and you know you can find me over there, Empire Jeff TV, over there talking NBA Lakers nonstop, and we working baseball into the show this year, y'all. Man, the Los Angeles Dodgers, baseball into the show, man. With Shohei Ohtani are now on the member of the Los Angeles Dodgers. We had a big trade today, getting Tyler Glass. I'm gonna cover that tonight, so head on over there. I'll break that down. Super excited to add baseball to the platform, man. On top of all the basketball content we're doing over there. I'm going to have to add some help because as my man Dan points out, man, baseball is every day, sometimes double headers, and it's just like it's a grind. So help wanted is going to be signs going to be soon over there helping cover help on Empire Jeff TV, man. Help me cover this baseball season because I think it's going to be historic. It's been a historic offseason. And we're not done. We're not done. We're gonna be adding some more people over on those Los Angeles Dodgers, man. So pull up all on over to Empire Jeff TV. You can find me on X at Empire Jeff _. You can find me here on Around the League. You can find me here randomly pulling up drunk, celebrating Laker wins on Dan's channel. And you know what it is, man. Head on over to Empire Jeff TV. I think I'm at 699 right now. Someone get over there and get your boys 700 subscribers.
Let's go.
Greatly appreciate it, man.
Come on, man. 007 over there, man.
Yes, sir.
000. Yes, I'm trying to get to that, man. We have 699 right now, so appreciate you guys, man. Salute, man. Salute. And then always thank you to Dan on the platform. Appreciate sharing the screen. Always with Dan, the man over here, man. He's the man, the myth, the legend, the GOAT of Laker Talk over here, man. So shout out to Dan for always opening this platform for us, and my instant brother from another who plays underwater hockey, and my man me is over here. So yeah, it's always great. Shout out to my brother, graphic guy Chris over there, rocking his Court Kings sweater, of course, at his wife's Christmas party, rocking Court Kings. That's our brother right there. So shout out to you, Chris. Have a good night, man. Put your phone away. I know you're still listening. Go beat people at golf.
Before you get in trouble.
She's like, I'm sick of those guys. No, but appreciate y'all. Best chat in the game. Appreciate you guys, and pull up later. We're gonna talk some Dodgers tonight.
Yes, definitely pull up, man. I can't wait to listen to what you guys to say about the Glass House trade, man, and also that we didn't get my guy Rosarena, man, but you know, yeah. I'm telling you,
not yet.
Oh, okay. Yo, pull up to the. Let's leave the cliffhanger right there, man, because we're gonna pull up over there to that chat. But appreciate everybody, man. Thank you guys again. Another successful episode of Around the League. Major shout out to my sis Tara, man. She always blessing your boy. So I just wanted to give a side note shout out, and of course my lady for allowing me to sit here and do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying, on this channel. So the family always, man. So appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all. Y'all have a great, blessed rest of your night. All right. Let's go to Empire Jeff channel right now. Everybody.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
All right. Peace.
No one from Portland is welcome, though.